So often on Facebook, you'll see memes like this, and this was one that was brought up by the Hodge twins. And I think that a lot of people take these, and because of the source they came from, will go ahead and go with them as fact. This particular post is from Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, and he makes several claims here that we're going to talk about right now. Claim one is that 17 million people just lost their health care. There's absolutely no credible evidence that 17 people suddenly lost their health care as directly as a result of any federal policy or tax cut under Donald Trump. Now, the Congressional Budget Office once projected in 2017 that repealing parts of the ACA, Affordable Care Act, could possibly result into 17 million people losing insurance over a decade. But that repeal failed. It didn't happen. Okay, Trump's Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, or TCJA, did repeal the individual mandate, which may have reduced coverage slightly, but not by 17 million. So the verdict here in that first claim, it is misleading, based on an old projection tied to an Affordable Care Act repeal that actually never happened. Here's the second claim. The second claim is that 18 million kids just lost their school meals. There's also no credible reporting that 18 million children suddenly lost access to school meals due to Trump-era tax cuts. So during COVID, the USDA expanded free lunch schools. Okay, expanded free school meals, right? Some temporary pandemic-era expansions expired, and Democrats and Republicans both let it lapse. The Biden administration attempted to continue waivers, but Congress did not fully renew them in 2022. Not 18 million, but around 10 million children nationwide receive free or reduced lunch annually. So the verdict on this particular claim is that it's a lie. The number is inflated and not tied at all to tax cuts from Donald Trump. Here's the third claim, that 3 million Americans lost food assistance. This likely refers to SNAP benefits reductions after the end of emergency allotment from the COVID era. The American Rescue Plan, Biden era, boosted SNAP during the pandemic. These boosts expired in 2023 under a bipartisan budget deal. It was not caused by Trump or the TCIA. So the verdict is false. People saw benefits drop, but it had nothing, zero, to do with Trump's tax policy. Claim 4. $3.5 trillion was added to the deficit. This claim mixes a fact with a narrative. Okay, here we go. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 was projected to add 1.5 to 2 trillion to the deficit over 10 years, according to the Joint Committee on Taxation. But that assumes no growth or revenue feedback, which Trump supporters argue underestimate growth efforts. The 3.5 trillion number may include COVID stimulus packages, which happened under both Trump and Biden. So this is kind of half true, but mostly spin. The deficit impact of the TCJA is real, but certainly exaggerated here. Claim 5. For all of the tax cuts for Trump's tax cuts for Trump's billionaire donors. The TCJA reduced corporate tax from 35% to 21% and gave temporary individual cuts to the middle class. So this is according to IRS data. High-income earners did benefit significantly, but so did middle-income households. Some saw a 10 to 15% tax drop. The bottom 80% of taxpayers saw an average tax cut, though smaller, than top earners. So the verdict is that this is misleading. Yes, billionaires benefited, but so did the middle class. So the final verdict on this particular post is that it's mostly misleading. Governor Newsom's post contributes cherry-picked, exaggerated, and in some cases completely inaccurate claims, likely for dramatic political effect. No, 17 million people didn't just lose their health care. No, 18 million kids didn't just lose school meals. No, this is not all because of Trump's tax cuts. And yes, it's a political spin, served hot. So if you're interested in more of this sort of going after the left and deconstructing their BS, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the Facebook page. Make sure you subscribe to the Instagram page, all named Fight Back Media. Fight Back Media. Go to the website, fightbackmedia.com. Subscribe. That way you know when all the truth is about to be released.